You'll see a couple ways to install the key assembly back in your Mercedes or Crossfire vehicle without removing the key tumbler. This video is part of a helpful series of videos involving this troublesome key assembly. To see part 1, removing this, you can check that out later, as it's in the description, as well as all the tools used. Now, before reinstalling this, you may also want to completely remove the instrument cluster cover. You will have more space when getting this back in. You can check that out later. I'll put it in the description. Although you don't have to fully remove this for the most space, at the minimum you can remove a couple screws, one near the key transponder and the other just below where the air vent was. Now this has a little bit more flex to it, as you can see. See, now this can be pulled back. Okay, so grab your key assembly, and there are 2 ways you can install this. With the electrical connector connected before it's put into the key housing clamp area, or afterwards. Both have benefits and drawbacks, as you'll soon see. Please mention in the comments which option, 1 or 2, you wound up doing. I'll mention my preferred option and final thoughts at the end of the video. Almost forgot to mention, I'll put all tools used in the description, and a quick like and subscribe is always appreciated. So before I put this back in, one more important thing I'd like to highlight is right now, see this piece right here? It's hard right now, okay? I can't push on it, nothing. So when I put the key in and I turn this to the 1 position, this is now soft, okay? So I'm showing you this now because when I assemble it, this is going to be out, and you need that to be soft when you put it in. So here's my trick. What you do is put your key in, put to position 1, keep your finger on here, and now take your key and remove it. It is now in. So now you don't have to push that when you put it in, and it doesn't hurt. So right now I can see it's already flat. And then I could either use my key to bring this back up. You'll see. See? Soft again. Hard again. See? So that's a good trick you can use. Hold it. And that way you don't have to use a tool to push this while you're sliding it in. Now take this and install this in the vehicle. Please mention in the comments if this trick helped you. So as you can see, I took the instrument cluster off. This will make it a lot easier now to remove the key assembly and to install the key assembly with the tumbler still inside. And grab the piece. This only fits in 1 way. See that right there? That's the upside down. This piece goes with that kind of rectangle piece right there. And I'm just pushing it right and left. Push it in. There we go. So I'm going to grab the key assembly, push it up, angle it, put it inside a little bit, right? And now turn it. Now it is right kind of in the clamp area, as you can see. So this is option 1 with the connector plugged in first, and then the key assembly is pushed into place. The main benefit is it's easier to snap into place, but then it's harder to maneuver it back into the clamp area. And the bad news is if you can't push it in, then you'll have to remove the connector again so you can sand or file it down to then attempt to get it back in again. So if struggling, you can check out a detailed video on how to sand or file the key assembly to get this in. It's in the description. Next is option 2. So for those who can't put it in the other way that I just showed you, I'm going to show you that you can do it this way as well. Okay, grab the key assembly. I do not have it connected, as you can see. Now option 2 involves putting the key assembly in the clamp area housing first, and then connecting the electrical connector. The benefit is, if you are having problems getting it in, then you can sand or file it, as it takes time to remove the electrical connector. However, you are consequently putting the connector in from behind with less space and you can't see. This also might be hard if you have the really big hands. Anyway, we're going to grab the connector, line it up. I'll try to get a different angle. Notice I'm pushing on the back of the electrical connector, and space is limited. Just keep pushing against it and wiggling it back and forth. Okay, I think it's in. I'll know it's in when I test it. Give you a different angle view. Okay, here's the view of the connector from underneath. And right there where that slot is, the black piece of this should be in there. There you go. I just stuck my camera in so I can see that that black piece is in right there. So I know it's in, I know it's tight. Moving on. At this point, I can now test to see if it works. It's in 0. Let's go to 1. So far, it works. That's good. Looks good. And take the key out. Make sure, grab this. Make sure it doesn't move. It does not move. Make sure it doesn't slide to the right. And it does not. Perfect. Okay, let's move on. Okay, now I'm going to reinstall this instrument cluster cover. Like I said before, you can watch the full detailed video of me removing and installing this instrument cluster cover. That will be in the description. This is the best time to adjust your clamp. See that? Kind of make it centered right there. It's pretty good. Now I'm going to tighten the clamp. You got to make sure that's really in and do the key thing. So let's see if the pin comes out, see if it starts sticking out. Okay, see that? Sticking out. That's what we want. You can use a ratchet or a wrench. A socket can't really fit in here. Doing until it's pretty tight. So now the clamp is complete. And again, you can still see that pin sticking out, which is perfect. Can't slide. Excellent. Moving on. Now to reinstall the interlock parking black cable. I don't believe these are in the manuals, just the automatic transmissions. Okay. Angle it. Goes right there. So just squeeze it again. Push it through. It is in, as you can see. You might hear a little click sound. That way you know it's in. See, I'm pushing it both ways and it doesn't come out. So it's definitely in. So take note, this is how it looks. So here's how the transponder ring looks like. Wire that attaches to it. And this just snaps on here, clips on. Yep, just pop it in and twist. Beautiful. Let's take a look underneath. Yep, it is definitely connected. Beautiful. Put the electrical connector back in. Okay. Now to put the screws in. Screw them in by hand at first. Go ahead and screw it in. Put the other screw in to secure the instrument cluster. There we go. Okay, moving on. So let's clean one of the air vents right in here. Look at all that dirt, or dust really, over the years. Let's clean that up. Look at that. Damn, that looks good. Next, you're going to maneuver this and lift this up into place. You can see some of the clips right here, and this right here. It will snap into here, and then this will snap into here. Just go ahead and pop that in place. There's a groove right there, so that's perfect. And let's pop that in. get a screw. Let's just put one in for now. Get there. Now let's do the other one, which you can see right here through the steering wheel. You cannot see it through the side. You have to look through the steering wheel. Go ahead and tighten that. Okay. Moving on. I think I'll do the lower panel now. Okay, underneath the car, let's put the screws in place right here. The two in the back are tightened. The two bolts are tightened. And the one for the hood release is tightened. The last one underneath is my favorite. One right by the right knee. Oh boy. Now to put the steering wheel cover plate on. Snaps in, as you can see. And then the screw goes in right here. And just pop it in. Don't forget about that screw that goes in right here on the side. This screw further holds in the entire lower trim. Reinstall the fuse panel cover. Make sure that's in the flap. Okay. Pop that in. Go ahead and tighten it. Oh, look at that. Moves so nice now. Before, I used to have to, took so long to turn on. Now it's, look at how great that is. Look at how fast that is. Wow, what a difference. Anyway, the option I preferred was option 1, which is just connecting the electrical connector before it is put all the way into the clamp area. However, like I said before, if you do have problems getting it in, then you're going to want to put the connector in afterwards. Hopefully you don't have the same problem putting in the key assembly, but please mention in the comments which option you did and how your process was when installing the key assembly in your vehicle. Again, you can check out all the tools and supplies I used for this video in the description. And if this helped, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to check out the other helpful videos on this channel. Until next time, thanks for watching, and always remember to help other people out.